All right, let me get set up here and we will get started. Think we are live. All right, well, welcome. Thank you all for joining me this evening. As I wanted to just hop in just real quick to go live, just to share, a bit more with you about my joy of plant-based nutrition and to share with you about the Radiant Roots Optimal Health Bundle. For those who have not been following me, I am Dr. Shayla Toombs Withers, physician and metabolic health coach at Essence of Health Wellness Clinic and Coaching. Now, before I tell you about the Radiant Roots Health Bundle, I always try to just drop a little few nuggets for you, just something that you can take away, even from just watching me and sharing with me tonight. Also, feel free to put any questions or thoughts in the comments. Even if you're watching the replay of this, I would love to hear your thoughts and questions, and I do respond. So definitely let me know what you're thinking. Now, I wanted to talk to you. Many of the people that I chat with and many of the people that I work with are busy professionals. We are all on the go, moms, parents, spouses, entrepreneurs. People just are really busy. And because of that, we tend to turn to these convenience things, convenience foods, and lack of fresh food because we're looking for something that's going to be quick and easy. But when we're picking food that's cooked up fast, you don't necessarily have to sacrifice your nutrition. If you just do a little bit of planning and have a little bit of knowledge, then you can, in fact, empower yourself to make smarter choices, healthier choices, things that can really help you to transform your health. Now, I'm going to dive into some more specific strategies for healthier fast food options, but I just really want you to focus on just these basic concepts of nutrition because that balanced diet is really what's important. And you're going to want to focus on unprocessed foods for one. And so it should look like foods that come from the ground a lot of the time. You do want to focus on plants. So that can look like dark leafy greens, root vegetables that can look like cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, whole grains, lean proteins. If you are someone who does consume meat, especially on occasion, then those lean proteins should look like fish or poultry. Still staying away from those higher fatty red meats that can be more inflammatory producing. But, really, I want you to focus on those plant based proteins. So, tofu, tempeh, beans. Those are going to be those more health promoting proteins for you. And then healthy fats, things like avocado, flax seeds, chia seeds, those healthy fats for you, nuts, butters. And when you combine this mix of these nutrient dense foods, then you will get those essential vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, all of those things that you really need to fuel your body and promote your overall health. Now, things you want to look out for. You definitely want to keep an eye on calories, especially if they're empty calories, things that we tend to drink, for instance. So, if you're a soda drinker or a juice drinker, especially the pre-made juice and not like a fresh juice that you've juiced at home, then you're definitely going to want to, be mindful of those calories because they do add up and you're not going to even be full. You want to be mindful of those fats, particularly saturated fats, hydrolyzed fats, which are those trans fats in our food, sodium, and then sugar. Always be a label reader and definitely look out for that. These things can tend to put you more at risk for insulin resistance conditions, which make it challenging to combat developing a healthy weight, makes it challenging for those hormonal conditions like PCOS, prediabetes. So you definitely want to be mindful of these particular nutrients. Now, here are those strategies that I told you that I would give to you tonight. So, a few strategies for healthy fast food choices. So, one is going to be to research and plan ahead. Even before you go to that restaurant, if you're going out, then look at the menu. Nowadays everybody's got Google on their phone. You can Google that menu. You can see what's on there. You can Google nutrition facts. The majority of places will have nutrition facts, or if they don't, just look up the nutrition facts separately before you get there. So you can plan ahead and see what your options are going to be and already have it in your mind as to what you're going to choose for your meal. You want to make sure that you're getting things that are baked or grilled instead of fried or even sauteed. Sauteed typically means is that they're going to cook it in a lot of oil or butter. So you really want to go more for baked or grilled. And then you're going to want to focus on those more whole food items. One of the little tips that I like to share with people when I go to a restaurant myself, I actually look at the menu, even if they don't have if it's not a plant-based restaurant or if they don't have particularly just specific plant-based meal options on the menu. One thing I'll do is actually just look and see what all the vegetables are. And you can just see what are on the sides of the other dishes. If they've got a chicken dish and they mention spinach, well, guess what? They got spinach at the restaurant. If they have, a steak dish and they mention broccoli, well, guess what? There's broccoli there. And so then you can just ask them and say, hey, I see you got some spinach. I see you got some broccoli. What can you make me, into a meal that's not going to be with the more high fat and those other meat options that I don't necessarily want on my plate. And so, just really that comes with researching and planning ahead and really looking at that menu. And then the other part is portion control. When you do eat out a lot, portions can get beyond you because they're typically tend to be larger. Restaurants, they want you to come back, so they want to feed you good. So really just be mindful of that. You can ask for a to-go plate before you go. You can share with a friend, especially if you and your friend order something different, then that gives you a way of trying more than one option, which is also good because you get to explore some different things on the menu. Um, don't hesitate to ask for those modifications. Like I said, you can, if you see that something comes fried, for example, then you can ask them if they can bake it or grill it for you instead. If you see that something comes with bacon or cheese on it, a lot of times potatoes, if you're somewhere, may come that way. Just ask them to leave it off. Usually it's not, pre-made anyway. They just add it to it. So just ask them to leave it off. So just you can make some customizations and some modifications. Stay hydrated. Make sure you're staying away from those empty calories, like I talked about, those sugary things. So sodas, shakes, even those pre-made smoothie drinks that a lot of us like to consume. Those things are just concentrated sugar. You're definitely better off if you eat the fruit instead of in those pre-made sugar jugs of smoothie drinks. So be mindful of the hydration options that you're choosing. And then be selective with your side items. Someone who's plant based, a lot of times our meals are made from what's considered the sides on the menu. But you can put those sides together and make, a really great meal. So don't just think of them that way. And which leads me to my last thought, really, of being mindful in that mindset piece. If you're always thinking that you have to have a plate that's a meat, two sides, then you're going to be affecting your mindset, and that's going to be a challenge and a stumbling block from you getting to a more unprocessed, a more whole plant-based type of nutritional way of eating, and those nutritional benefits are going to pass you by. So be mindful. And then the other part of being mindful is even looking for those cues. Are you actually hungry or are you bored? Are you actually hungry or are you just thirsty? So that's the other key piece of being mindful and thinking about things that way. So I just wanted to drop these few tips in. Now, if any of that resonated with you, or if you have questions on any of that, like I said before, drop it in the comments, let me know. And before I go, I want to share with you about the Radiant Roots Optimal Health Bundle. I am one of the contributors for this bundle, along with some other plant-based clinicians, health experts who were a part of this bundle. It's majority physicians who came together to create this bundle so that we can promote plant-based nutrition and so that we can tell folks like you the goodness of plants and how you can transform your health. You can prevent and reverse chronic disease just by with what you put on your plate. Within this bundle, you'll find recipes, you'll find videos and workshops, you'll find books. So much information that's packed into this bundle. Me personally, I contributed two books. One of them is a newer book that I released. It's Rooted in Wellness: A Plant Powered Journey to Insulin Harmony. Excuse me. Within Rooted in Wellness, I tell you about those key pieces that you need to really take control of your condition of insulin resistance and begin to reverse that condition. So you can grab that when you get this bundle. Another book that I contributed is Nature's Harvest: Fueling Your Outdoor Adventures the Plant Based Way. Now, if you've been following along with me, you know that I love the outdoors. Matter of fact, I just went camping and hiking recently. And when I do go camping and hiking, I'm always mindful about the type of foods that I'm putting into my body because I want foods that are really going to fuel me and energize me for being in the outdoors. And so within this book, I share with you those tips that I actually put into action for myself when I'm outdoors so that I can remain healthy and have a really great time outdoors, but also being healthful. So you can get these books as well as all the other wonderful contributions from the other contributors in the Radiant Roots Health Optimal Health Bundle. And the best part of this is only $27. That's right. You heard me right. $27. I just told you about all the folks. These are experts, physician experts who contributed to this, and there are workshops, recipes, books, so much value within this bundle, but it's yours for only $27. And really, we did this because clearly it's not to make money, but it's really just to share with you the goodness and the health benefits and those things that you can gain really as a part of your health transformation. So it's been scrolling across the screen how you can get this health bundle at drshayla.com/RR bundle 24. Or if you just go to my main website, drshayla.com/EOH, you'll see it there. But there are only 3 days left to get this bundle. We've been promoting this as a part of regaining your health independence. So it was actually released on Independence Day on July 4th. And so it will go away on July 14th because we can't leave it out there forever because we do want to be able to actually help you to make some action. Usually, if we have deadlines, we're more apt to make action. And we want to help you do that. So this bundle will go away in 3 days. So don't miss your chance to grab this $27 health transformation because it's really, a no-brainer. You really can't beat it. Well, thank you for joining me. Like I said, if you're watching the replay, just type replay in the comments and share with me your takeaways from this video. Or if you have any questions, then I look forward to chatting with you and working with you soon. The essence of health is in you. Have a good evening.